Right, welcome back to the show. It's just about 9 o'clock, and we're jumping into another gear. We've just reversed into gear 2. We're moving to gear 3 now.
That's right.
We're slowing down to our destination. Just about an hour from now, we'll be landing at 10 a.m. But let's talk about child labor. And well, sometimes it's difficult to define really what child labor is. I have a feeling sometimes if you're helping your parents. Can that constitute child labor?
Yeah, I think if that help stands as an impediment against a child's growth
development,
or and development, or school, etc., then we may classify.
So if you go to sell pure water after school
is fine. It doesn't. But have you done your homework after that?
What if
did you do your homework before? You know. So this is the thing. All right, we're looking at child exploitation activities which are rife in Kintampo in the Bonafo region, where girls as little as 9 years old brave the night to earn a livelihood for their families. Some claim they're forced into doing so by their guardians or their parents. Take a look at this.
Of being the exact middle of Ghana, serves as a transit point for most travelers, mainly to and from the northern parts of the country. This in turn offers several economic opportunities. What in most cases should be a blessing is gradually proving to be otherwise. The Kintampo rest stop is breeding grounds for young girls who are either being forced into hazardous work or simply following in the footsteps of several generations of women in the family. It's 6 p.m. and buses have begun to arrive. Girls between the ages of 9 to 17 are busy taking up positions where they are aware, hoping to make a sale.
I have been asked to sell these items so I can raise 50 cedis to pay my fees when school reopens. We barely make any profit. Sometimes I come here as early as 4 or 5 a.m., but I'm unable to afford a meal till I have sold at least 3 bags of water.
Many stay out to sell till midnight, even on a school night. Upon seeing the TV crew, the young girls began to run, indicating that they were very much aware of the wrong they were doing. So why do these girls continue to risk their lives?
If I stop selling here, I will starve. I wish I could stop selling and go back to school and become a doctor. I started selling here when I was 8 years. We come here every evening after school or when on vacation. It is difficult for me to concentrate in school.
Unfortunately, many of these cases are not reported. Only 3 cases of exploitation and 5 cases of parental neglect have so far been reported, despite the hundreds of girls who find themselves in these situations.
Some of the parents just don't care. Some of the parents, especially we have about 4 cases, and the father has no time for it, apart from the mother, who is actually taking some concern to assist this child. At times too, even the mothers are actually involved in these things, and it is encouraging unwanted pregnancy. Imagine, could you believe that a mother would tell a child, don't you see the type of shirt Amma is wearing? Why can't you, or what can't you do that? That means the mother is telling the child, what's the mother telling the child? Go out and look for money.
At a child consultation session organized by World Vision Ghana for children from the northern sector of Ghana, children made interesting revelations about the several forms of exploitation they were exposed to.
We want to hear the voices of children. We want to know what their plights are when it comes to violence issues in their communities. And it will interest you to know that even the consultation we did organize here with about 5 districts coming from Brong-Ahafo and the northern parts of Ghana. The cross-cutting issues that children expressed as being violent was forced marriages or child marriages, if you may like, even child widows. They also had child labor as one major issue, and now the emerging one is substance abuse. You find children who are even abused with their parents giving them alcohol to drink and what have you. And so this information we are gathering from children will inform the strategy we'll be using to embark on the new campaign dubbed Ending Violence Against Children.
A number of policies have been rolled out that I believe in the near future will ensure that children are well protected. We recently had a National Child and Family Welfare Policy launch, Social Protection Policy. I know the Juvenile Justice and so many other policies that are being rolled out by the Ministry of Gender. And if they don't stay on the shelves and they are implemented, I believe Ghana will be a safe place for all children.
While many ask the question of what has gone wrong, the Interim National Director for World Vision Ghana believes otherwise.
Well, I think it's not so much where you go wrong, it's where we need to redouble our efforts. And we've got to redouble our efforts to make sure that we look at the issue of child labour and make sure that children have got other options such as education rather than being involved in child labour. We need to look at issues of psychological and physical abuse and look at how we can work with parents so they learn new ways to discipline their children when they do the wrong thing.
In the meantime, the Kintampo South District Assembly says they are addressing the issue of child exploitation and abuse the best way they can.
As for the men, the staff there, we have the staff. Because these days, national service have been coming. So we give them orientation and then we do. But our main problem now is what? Mobilization. How to move to the communities. At times, so we apply to the assembly. We write a memo to assist us undertake these issues. It takes a long time. So at times what we do is that we collaborate with the NGOs and then the CBOs to help us. And at times too, we go to churches, we seek for some little funds for this in our transportation up and down. Because if we don't go to the communities, it will not help us. In the cases of neglect, if it happens like that, we are lucky NGOs are around, especially World Vision, who has been assisting. If they neglect a child like that, we contact them. If any assistance that they can give, they do. For instance, when I came here 2007 and then 2015 like that, World Vision has even provided tools, and then we train such children on skill. That's skill training, dressmaking, leatherworks, carpentry, and so forth and so on. After the training, we resettle them.
Impressive as such interventions may seem, children everywhere continue to hope for a better life, a society where their rights matter.